Okay, I think I think this should be on now. Hopefully we don't crash like the last 2 times. That was a bit unfortunate. Yeah, as you can see, I'm jumping right into the game. Hi guys, in case someone's already watching, welcome back to the stream. I hope I have everything set up. It was quite the hassle just now. Okay, I can't see the chat. That's great. Hello und tschüss. How's it going? Welcome to some more Death's Door goodness. It's gonna be a very fast run today. I'm gonna try to do this literally as quickly as I humanly can, which might not be that quick, but hopefully quick enough. I'm doing all right. How about you on this beautiful Tuesday? Just starting out the week, but it's going all right. I'm a bit stressed because there's so much going on right now. A lot of stuff happening. Oh wow, I got damaged. How did that happen? This was kind of weird. Well, oh man. Well, that's not good. Oh really? You're studying some French. That's great. That's fantastic. Good luck with that. Man, I should really not get hit. Also, I think I should activate my light. Yeah, it's all of a sudden it's just, yeah, I've been real dark for a second there. Yeah. As you can see, quite hectic today. Very much so. Yeah. I mean, if you just study enough, it's gonna be alright. That's kind of the thing. That's the good thing about school. It's pretty much, there's not that much skill involved. It's just kind of depends on how much you're studying. If you study a lot, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay, now that first attempt was horrible. That was not good. It literally got hit at the very first attack in the entire game. Not even just the first enemy, but the very first attack. Yes, not good. Not good. Today is probably gonna be not the best run, I would suspect. But I'll try. That's all I can give you right now. I'll do my best. And hopefully it's gonna be enough. But yeah, as I said, today will be a short run, a very fast run, because I have to go to the vet in like 2 hours. So very tight schedule, which is why I reduced the run today. Usually I do all bosses, so today I'm just gonna do any %. All bosses takes me north of 3 hours, and any %, I think I could squeeze it out in about 2 hours. I hope so. I really do. My weekend was fine. It was, well, it was a bit stressful. How was yours? I hope it was fantastic. I found, well, I was delivered 3 wild mice this weekend by my cat. She literally just delivered 3 cats to my doorstep, one after the other, like in a span of 2 days. He just brought 3 baby mice to us. And, well, obviously I didn't want to leave them outside. So, yeah, I now have 3 pet mice that I'm trying to take care of. Like, me and my girlfriend are taking care of. And it's a handful. It's a real handful, man. We have to feed them like every couple of hours. And sometimes they don't want to eat. because they're wild mice, right? And I'm not the mother, so they kind of don't trust me yet. And they always try to escape and run away and whatnot. Naturally, in a environment that they're not used to. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do about it, right? I can't just leave them outside. They're babies. They wouldn't survive on their own, I think. Like, they're way too young. They don't even have their eyes open fully yet. I think they've opened them a bit by now, but not a lot. And so I kind of just, I would feel horrible if I just abandoned them, right? I don't want that, especially because I am kind of responsible for them, because it was my cat who kidnapped them, I guess. So I'm fully responsible for them. Oh, your weekend was exciting? That's nice. Nice to hear that. So what did you do on the weekend, Unchus? That was so exciting. I have to... Oh, man. I haven't played Death's Door in a week. Obviously, last stream was... What? Oh, I'm messing this up completely. Yeah, last stream was obviously a week ago. I don't think did I stream on Thursday? I'm not sure. I can't recall, to be quite honest with you. But I doubt it. Probably not. No, I did not. I did not. It was just it was just Tuesday last week. And it's gonna be the same this week, because my time schedule, my timetable with school is still in the process of being made. There's still some stuff missing on it, so I'm not sure what it's gonna look like a week from now or 2 weeks from now. And man, there's so much going on. I'm not even sure if I could find the time to stream twice a week right now. Which sounds ridiculous, because it's just 2 days out of 7. But still, I'm just... Ever since school started last week, it's just been continuously... there's just a lot of stuff happening, let's just say that. So much stuff happening. Which I guess is normal at the beginning of a school year, but... Especially because I'm trying to become the school representative. Which is something in and of itself. Especially because of that, I'm even more stressed out. Because that's kind of a big thing. How's school going? It's going alright. I mean, as far as performance goes, I think I'm doing alright. It's just me. I guess I'm stressing myself out because I'm not as organized as I would like to be. I'm not doing the homework as fast as I want to. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's not very stressful yet. I don't have any exams yet. No tests, no presentations. Not a lot of homework, but a bit. So, I mean, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. It could be better, but it's alright. It's just everything around it that's kind of stressing me out a bit. Obviously, I'm trying to become school representative. And so I have to prepare a lot. I have to prepare kind of a speech that I have to hold in front of the entire school. Which I'll do virtually over Microsoft Teams. So that's a relief. Usually, in times past, school representative candidates would just walk around the classes and introduce themselves. Like, they would go into every single class in the entire school and give, like, their program, what they want to achieve as school representative. And our school has 1,000 students. Like 50 classes or so. Which is obviously a lot. So it would take an entire school week to go through every class. But last year and this year as well, we're just doing it over Microsoft Teams, over like a huge conference with every class. That should be a lot better, in my opinion, and a lot less stressful. But still stressful nonetheless. Thank you, Unchus. I think I'll need it. Although I'll probably be fine, to be honest. I've been practicing my speech for the last 2 days, and it's going all right. It's going all right. I still have 1 week left to practice, and I think I should be able to get it done. I mean, I'm pretty hopeful in that regard. Oh, that was tight. But it's just, I mean, it's still nerve-wracking. It's still very nerve-wracking. Exciting though. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, I guess it could be multiple times in your life, but it's kind of a something you don't experience a lot, at least. So I am glad that I'm doing it. It's just very stressful. Especially because I have a mild case of social anxiety, I would say. Not horrible, like I can talk to people, but when it comes to public speaking, I just I freeze up a lot. I freeze up because I'm quite anxious while doing it. And obviously, I mean, yeah. With 1,000 people listening to you at the same time, that's a bit tough. That's pretty tough. And these are people that you see every day. I walk past them every day in school. I don't know any of them personally. I just see their faces and they see my face. And to imagine like me completely botching that speech and everyone would remember it, it's a bit scary. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, this whole practicing, I mean, all the practice that I have through live streaming, honestly, is helping me a bit with that. Because live streaming is basically public speaking for hours on end, right? So it's basically the same thing, I guess. The one thing that's kind of a problem with this is that I'm streaming in English, and I'll have to do this speech in German, which, funny enough, even though I've been living in Austria my entire life, I've been speaking German ever since I was like 1 year old. I feel more comfortable with English, believe it or not. Like when I have to talk to people, I find it easier to do that in English than in German. I'm not sure if the language has anything to do with that, or just the fact that I speak more English than German. Kind of, maybe. I consume more English than German. I know that much. Because I'm always playing video games in English, watching movies and TV shows and YouTube videos in English. Never in German. But I do speak more German, I guess, technically, because of school and whatnot. But for whatever reason, English public speaking, well, I have done it on occasion in English class. So English public speaking is just easier than German public speaking, for me at least. I think I'm just worrying way too much about it. I'm sure as soon as the speech is done, I'll be like, well, that was not that bad, right? It probably isn't. But it just feels really difficult, because it's something I have never done before. I haven't ever spoken in front of 1,000 people before. 1,000 people is so much more than I'm used to. I'm used to 20 at most, maybe 25, like in class. But 1,000? That's way too many people. Way too many. Well, nonetheless, I gotta do it. I've already signed up. I've already signed up to do that, to be a candidate. So, yeah, no chance. No chance to go back. There's no retreat. A retreat is not an option for me. So I'll just have to go through with it. But it's so nerve-wracking. I'm trying to distract myself from that a bit, which works because I have a lot of stuff that I have to do, like school-wise and YouTube-wise. Actually, oh, that was actually kind of tight. That was pretty tight. All of this is very tight right now. Yes. I'm not doing a lot in terms of YouTube videos right now. Also not in terms of streaming, obviously. I'm only streaming today. Probably not for the rest of the week. But I am thinking about it. I am kind of coming up with ideas and stuff. So it's taking up a bit of my time, I would say. We're also starting to do school events already, which are also pretty time consuming. Tomorrow we're going on some kind of event, like in the evening. It's actually in my sleep schedule already. Like the event takes place during my sleep schedule, which is not so nice. It means I'll go to bed considerably later than I normally would. But since I've gotten those baby mice, my sleep schedule has been all over the place anyways, because I have to feed them during the night, which means I have to get up at 2-ish a.m. and feed them. And then I have to get up at 5 for school, 4 or 5 a.m. Which, I mean, I get up, it's just I don't get enough sleep. I go to bed way too late because of everything going on. It's just, you have times like that sometimes where you're just pretty busy, I guess. That's just life. Sometimes you can't help but be busy. Okay, let's just ignore these guys. I don't actually have to fight everyone. I have to get out of that mindset of, oh man, I have to fight everyone. I don't. I really do not. Which means I'll have to try to kind of dodge some enemies. I only have an hour and a half left. I'm not even sure if I can finish this run, to be quite honest with you. I did want to do the stream anyways, even though I am short on time. But it's important to me that I do at least one stream a week, no matter how stressed I am or how little time I have. I have time for... Oh, screw this, man. This was... This wasn't fair. But let's register it. I have no choice but to continue the run. There's just no way I can reset at this point, because it's not gonna get done otherwise. I mean, yeah, this is not gonna be best of runs, but it's gonna be a run. It's practice. It is taking place at the very least. So, yeah, let's just appreciate it for what it is. Let's just be glad about the fact that we can have this. We can experience this, even though it's a bit short and less spicy than all of the other runs. But hey, it's still a challenge run nonetheless. It's fun, it's beautiful Death's Door, beautiful entertainment. So yeah, we got that. We don't have to worry about anything else right now. Except, well, I have to worry about finishing on time. If I don't finish on time, a lot of bad things happen. So I really do have to end on time today. Which is so weird. Because usually there's kind of There's some kind of really weird sound going on right now from either my PC or my... Yeah, it has to be my PC. I have no idea. It's weird. Something weird is going on right now. It could be a ghost, for all I know. But yeah, it's quite unfamiliar to me that I have to stick to a schedule now. Like, the entire summer break, I was able to go to bed whenever I want, which was nice because I'm always trying to get 8 hours of sleep, which means it was never that important when I go to bed. It's just I could still aim for 8 hours even though I went to bed at midnight, right? Which was comfortable. Can't do that now. If I go to bed at midnight, I have to get up at 5 a.m. at the latest. So that's kind of a weird shift in schedule for me. I'm not used to that anymore. And the same thing applies to live streaming. Like, before school started, I always had enough time for the live stream. I could just be like, well, okay, I'll start half an hour later, but I can hang on it at the end. Like, I can add half an hour at the end. But no, not possible now. I have to start an hour late and have to end an hour late. Like, it's reached this amount of badness. It's something, man. It's quite something. I think I've went way over my head this year. I signed up for 3 extra classes. 2 of which are probably going to happen. The third one might not. I signed up for Spanish, for an English certificate, and for web development. Now, Spanish and the English certificate, they're probably gonna happen. The requirement for a extra class to occur is if like 12 people sign up for it. Sounds probably doesn't sound like a lot, but people don't like extra classes, and I can understand why. But anyways, so as soon as 12 people sign up for a extra class, it happens. And I think Spanish is probably pretty popular. I could see the English certificate also being pretty popular. But web development, I'm not sure if I could actually do that. It's for students that are on a way higher level than I am. Like on a different grade. And also different school form somewhat. It's difficult to explain, but basically I'm not eligible to attend that class in the first place. But because I'm interested in web development, I decided to sign up anyways, see what happens. And in case I do get to take part in that class, I'll just try to teach it myself, like the basics that I would need to know for that. The requirements, I'll just try to teach them myself. But man, I think I really underestimated that. I truly did. Because that's gonna be a lot of time spent studying. And I'm not sure if I have that time. Yeah. Kind of bad. Bad on my part. Bad decision. And especially if you consider that I'm also trying to be school representative, which would also eat up a considerable amount of my time, probably. Oh man, I'm not sure what I've got myself into. It's gonna be an interesting year. It really will be. But, you know, if I end up completely breaking down mentally, at least that's gonna be a good lesson for life. Don't put too much on your plate at once. It's gonna be valuable nonetheless. If I fail, it's gonna be valuable, and if I succeed, it's gonna be even more valuable. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie, I am looking forward to it, and I'm gonna try to do as much streaming as I can in that time. as much YouTubing as I can. Although, man, my YouTube channel, I'm doing it every time I'm uploading like every time I'm experiencing some kind of consistency on my YouTube channel, it just falls apart within a few weeks, like maybe a few months at most. But this always happens, and it's happening again right now. It doesn't feel good. I'm always a bit disappointed in myself when I take a look at my channel and I see, oh, the last video uploaded 2 months ago. Kind of disappointed by that, but what are you gonna do about it, right? I can just try to get it to work somehow. Yeah. Difficult though. Difficult. I need to learn how to prioritize better and kind of cut out things that I don't necessarily need to do and just focus on the important stuff, maybe. Hey Weemel, how's it going, man? Oh, that's alright. I didn't start that early today. I've only been streaming for half an hour, so welcome, man. How was school today? 0 bounty bars. Oh, my man. Oh no. Oh no. Poor guy, man. I'm so sorry about that. So sorry to hear that. Well, maybe today you'll be able to get some more points. Maybe. We don't have a contest today, I'm afraid. It's a pretty bare bones stream today. We pretty much only have Death's Door and me and Weemel and all of you guys. And that's it, right? We don't have a lot of fanciness. I don't have muesli today or any kind of cursed meal. It's just a bare minimum. Because I really didn't have that much time to do stuff. The question of the day? Oh, really? I thought I updated it. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. I'm so sorry about that. Very sorry. The question of the day I wanted to put into the thing was, if you could take 3 things on a uninhabited island or abandoned island, what would you take with you? Like, let's say you're stranded, or let's say someone tells you, hey man, you gotta go on that island. You're gonna be all by yourself. Yeah, what would you take with you? Like, let's say you have food there. You won't starve. You won't die of thirst. But you'll be alone for, I don't know, a year. Let's just say 1 year. You take Ekipa ice cream. Great. Fantastic. Unlimited amount of Ekipa ice cream. Man, that sounds good. Sounds really good. And the good thing is you could take all the Ekipa ice cream and you could still take 2 more things. That's so many things, man. So much stuff to take. School wasn't that bad. Oh, you only had one exercise? You mean 1 class? That's cool, though. That's cool. Good to hear that. My school day was quite okay. I enjoy school. I'm someone who's just goofing off in school all day, pretty much. And the teachers can't really say anything against that because I'm the best student in class. I'm kind of the class clown and like the nerd in one, which has its benefits. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite a good position to be in. Because the teachers like you because you're good. You always bring top grades. But then your classmates also like you because you're goofing off constantly. It's quite nice. I enjoy it. Oh, you only have 1 homework. Alright. Okay, that's cool. That's nice. Your school starts at 9:50 a.m.? Is that normal in Poland? I think we've had that conversation before, didn't we? Did we not have that talk before about school starting times? I think we did. Pretty sure we did. I think Poland was the same as Austria. So did like your first two lessons, your first two classes, did they like not happen? That actually happens at my school a lot in my class right now. We have so many teachers just calling in sick. Like even though it's the second week, we already have one teacher that's like very sick, which I hope he's fine, but I don't know why he's missing. But he'll be missing for weeks, like for many weeks. I hope he's fine because he's a nice guy. But it's crazy to think that it's only the second school week and it's already happening. Like people are already falling off the wagon of school, like teachers even. Hey Zenith, yeah man, 10 followers still to go. It's a slow process, but one day I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Absolutely. Oh man, these small guys, I always kill the wizard. Oi! Like the first wizard, I always kill him. And the second one is dead now as well, huh? Please die. I don't have all day, Mr. Purple Vase Man. A working man right there. Hopefully you're not taking you're not stressing yourself out too much, man. I hope you have a fantastic day so far. I mean, it's probably, I'm not sure where you're from, Zenith, but judging from your stream schedule, I'd say it's probably somewhere in the North America, right? Somewhere there. I always see you streaming in the middle of the night, my man. Like, I wake up each morning, or well, maybe not every morning, but most mornings I wake up and I just see the notification of your stream. That's kind of, I mean, I love the globalness of Twitch and everything. Like, that's just fantastic. But I'm always bummed out when I have people that I can never watch because of just scheduling issues, right? I mean, different schedules, time zone differences. There's a number of people who always stream during my sleep time. Like, only during that time and not at all at any other time. And I've noticed you're one of them, man. But I gotta say, the few times I was able to catch your streams, I was enjoying myself a lot. I mean, you know, fair enough. I mean, you know what I mean. That I just want to throw that out there. You have that too, Weemil? Yeah, that's just the negative of living in Europe. There's so many great streamers over in the United States of A that we'll never be able to watch, Weemil. Well, we could if we switched up our sleep schedule, but that's easier said than done, I guess. If you're going to school or to work and whatnot. Also, Australia. I mean, Austria is kind of, Europe, I guess, is kind of in the middle between the United States and Australia, which, for whatever reason, I feel like those two places are where most streamers come from. I've seen so many Australian streamers. That's like an insane amount of Australian streamers. But most of them I could never watch because, yeah, just they stream during my bedtime. Just means you need to check the VODs after. True, I guess that's true. But the VODs are never, I'm not sure what you guys think of VODs, but I'm someone, I don't watch VODs a lot. I like watching streams, and oh no, I like watching streams live, even though I'm lurking most of the time anyways. But I just like the thought of that person doing it at the very same amount, at the exact time that I'm watching, you know what I mean? Like, for whatever reason, I just like that thought. Don't ask me why, I just prefer it. But maybe I should watch some more VODs, I agree. I could. I should. It would... Watching other people's streams is so enjoyable and so valuable as a streamer, man. Because you learn so many things. It's incredible. It's just a unending or a never-ending mountain of knowledge going on Twitch and YouTube as well. A lot of streamers on YouTube nowadays. Really, you always watch VODs, Wemel? Wow. I'm not sure how many people do that, to be honest. Maybe more people than I thought. Could be. But yeah, I'm not sure. I was never a VODs guy. My friend Alex, I know he watches VODs like it's his life's juice, man. He watches VODs of 48-hour streams. And I guess sometimes he doesn't even sleep. He like reenacts the 48-hour stream just to get that feeling, right? Just to get the feeling of those long ass streams. I'm not sure if he still does it, but I know he used to. And I always found that so fascinating. Kind of crazy though. Kind of crazy. Oh, 2 times speed. That's smart, yeah. That's a good strat. I never thought of that. That's actually... Okay, that's actually something that could... that definitely speaks for VODs. Yeah. Good point. Oh man, I'm doing so little damage. I'm really not used to dealing such small amounts of damage. I'm not getting all of the upgrades that I usually get. Because again, I'm kind of trying to do this fast. I'm on a tight schedule right now. I'm not sure how long I have because my clock is blocked right now. I can't even see what time it is. But I don't have a lot of time left. And I want to finish this run. So I'll have to make haste, so to speak. Okay, you know what? Screw this orb right there. That's gonna save me a bit of time. I haven't done an any % no damage run in a while. I've been doing oh god. I've been doing all bosses for so long that this almost feels pretty weird. It feels very weird. Alright, at least those guys still die with 1 heavy attack. That's very reassuring. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, reading chat, I think... Oh, I mean, obviously, as soon as you become a bigger streamer, reading chat is kind of impossible. Like, whenever I watch videos of those really, really big streamers, I can't help but think that it's absolutely impossible to read anything there. If you have hundreds of chat messages every minute, that's just insane amounts of volume. So I can't blame them. I can't blame the bigger guys for not reading chat. But I think that's why some people prefer to watch smaller streamers only. Because there's more interaction happening. There's more of a relationship, I guess. More of a friendship, some people could say. Although, yeah. This is why I'm a VOD, Andy. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, if you can't chat anyways, you know, yeah. Why not? There's, I guess, not a lot of downside to watching VODs. Oh, yikes! Ah, no! No! This was unfortunate. Again, this is not going to be a PB run at all because I'm rushing it, man. I'm rushing it, and I'm not fantasy gamer level of death store skills. I can't just rush and and get no damage. But I can try, right? I can try. I should maybe use those bomb plants more. I can use them technically. Ah, don't kill me now. Yes, please do not. Oh, you like watching small streamers? Me too, I think. I'm trying to think of big streamers that I watch, but there's none really. I don't think there's any big streamers that I watch. Okay, I gotta save some time here. Give me this orb, and we're good to go. Give me this. I have no idea how to speedrun this game, by the way. I actually intended to only do the speedrun without the challenge today. Like, I was planning on doing that. But before I started to stream, I realized that I had no idea what I was doing. Like, if I did a speedrun, it would be more like a casual run than an actual speedrun, because I don't know how to speedrun this game. And I didn't have the time to look up the strats. I literally came home like half an hour before starting the stream. So yeah, just very tight. Very tight. Fancy gamer, indeed. He is, man. He's nuts. That's the guy who's doing no damage speedruns. And it's just mind-blowing. Incredible. Incredible amount of skill. Do I have the money to upgrade? I feel like I do, but do I want to? I think I should. I should get those damage upgrades, because they do help me get through the game faster if I can kill the enemies faster. So yeah, they're kind of good. Kind of good to get them. But also a bit time consuming. It takes like a solid 15 seconds to get that upgrade, right? Okay, we still have a bit more than an hour to go. That's good. Sounds promising. That could work. Could. Emphasis on could, by the way. I'll try to skip some enemies if I can, but obviously skipping enemies is a bit risky as well. Because they can come back to bite you in the ass, and we don't want that. That's not good for business. It really is not. Okay, let's use those fire flowers to our advantage for once. Usually we don't need it because those spiders are so weak. But now I'm weak. And I cannot afford to not use those strats. See this? That was nuts. This bomb flower is so good. Ah! Oh! Ah, this sucks. Yeah, this sucks. That's alright though. It's alright. Maybe I should have done the speedrun, man. Maybe. I mean, what difference does it make? I'm speedrunning anyways. This is just... I don't know. I don't know. Oh wow, hitless boss rush speedruns in Hollow Knight. Yeah, people are nuts sometimes. People are pretty insane. But that's what makes it so entertaining, right? It is insane. That's the beauty of it. That's also why I'm doing this instead of casually playing this game or other games, because I like the challenge. It's a bit more. There's just a bit more substance to it, if you ask me. Bit more substance to the games. I mean, I remember like half a year ago when I consider that to be my first phase of streaming. Like, I'm not sure if you can relate to this if you're a streamer, but I feel like I have multiple phases of my streams because they're so different from one point in time to the other. Completely different streams, right? So my first phase was kind of the first 6 months that I was streaming, where I was mainly doing Titan Souls but also trying to get platinum trophies in video games. That was kind of phase 1, and it was pretty basic stream. I didn't have a lot of fanciness in my stream. It was pretty much just a game. I didn't even have a face cam yet, although I did get one towards the end of that phase 1. But it was a very different stream than what you're seeing right now. And this right now, I feel like this is phase 2 of my live stream experience, of my live stream journey. And I forgot what the point that I wanted to make was. There was something I wanted to get towards, but I forgot. But yes. No, right. That's why I started doing challenge runs now. Instead of playing the games and just trying to get the platinum trophies, which can be difficult in some games, but not really. Most games are easy, like very easy platinum trophies. And those were also the kinds of games that I was doing. I was doing like Bloodborne. I was doing Yakuza Kiwami, and I was doing Fall Guys, which is not as easy, but not an interesting challenge. It's basically just grinding Fall Guys for dozens of hours. It's just basic gameplay stuff, really. But now that I'm in phase 2, I started doing challenge runs, like this one right here. And it's just a lot spicier, because it's something different. It's way more challenging than playing the game normally. Speedrunning is one of those things that's also kind of a challenge, obviously. And that's also why people love speedrunning so much, I guess. Because it is something different. I mean, it's kind of the same. It's the same game over and over again, but it just evolves so beautifully. Like speedrunning, you get faster and faster. The entire gameplay experience changes with your personal best, right? And that's just fascinating to me. Oh, okay, right. So Wemil, you would take Equipa. You would take a computer to watch me. Oh man, so nice. And to play games. And one more thing, right? You have one more thing left. Obviously, in this scenario, we would, we'll just pretend that the computer would work, even though there's no electricity on the island, probably. But that doesn't count, right? Obviously, we're talking about functional stuff that actually works. In case you have no idea what I'm talking about, the question of the day, it doesn't work with the command because I didn't set it up. I'll have to admit I did not. But question of the day is, if you had to go on a desert island, what would you take with you? I mean, you know, what would you take with you? Food and drinks are available on the island, so you won't starve or you won't die of thirst, but you can take food with you if you want. So that's the question of the day. Speedruns are fun, yeah. Very fun. I think, oh man, I didn't even think about what I would take with me. Now, if I had to stay for a year, for 1 year, that's a long, like a very long time. I think I would try to find some kind of very important, very long book. Like, I love reading. It's so calming and so beautiful and very important. Like, you get super smart by reading, if you ask me. I mean, I think that's an objective truth. You can get very, very smart by just reading. So I would try to find the most influential, biggest book and just take that with me. Alright, man. Thanks for the lurk. I would take 3 blind mice, actually. That's true. I could train them to be my absolute bodyguards. Like, they could protect me. they could find... I mean, food is already on the island, I guess. But if I took them with me, I could... Oh, man, I could train them so well. I would. I really would. I mean, the thing is, I looked up how long mice can live, and the kind of mouse, or the kind of mice that I found now, that I have in my home now, they can live for up to 3 years, which means this island experience would be 1/3 of their lives. But we could bond so much during that time. We could become best friends. I could maybe teach them how to speak French. Maybe they could teach me even better. I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of skills they have, right? We've just met. We haven't gotten to know each other yet. So they might just teach me some French. Which, yeah. Goliath, obviously, coming up with the best suggestions as always. Yeah, yeah, they do have foods and drink there. My imaginary desert island. I guess it's not. I guess it is just solitary confinement if you put it that way. But a desert island sounds more beautiful. I cannot share this information on stream because my lawyer doesn't approve. So I'll just say no to that one. I'm not going to prison, Mr. Goliath. I'm not sure how you came up with that. I was just talking about a desert island, guys. A beautiful desert island, preferably not with any deadly animals or whatnot. Luckily, the island is abandoned, so there's no killer tribes that try to eat me or whatnot. I might have to fight against the odd crab or two. You never know. But I think I could handle. I wouldn't want to kill them. I would just try to passive-aggressively push them away so they leave me alone. When are you going to do hookshot only no-hit any percent? Yeah, that's gonna be the day that I leave society. If I ever decide to become a monk and move to Nepal or something, that's gonna be the day where I'll do that. And that's gonna be my last action in the like the internet world. Keyboard, stationary, first aid kit. That's what you take with you? Are those the 3 things? What's a stationary? You mean a stationary bicycle? I don't know what that is. If that's a thing. So yeah, I mean, if I wasn't taking the 3 mice, I would... Oh, that is kind of a tough question, right? Okay, let's maybe change the question to solitary confinement. Maybe that gives me more... Oh, pen and paper. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. I mean, you could draw so much on that island too. If you had pen and paper with you, it's just endless amounts of very weird paintings probably. I mean, maybe I'm just talking for myself here, but if I was stuck on an island for a year or in solitary confinement and I only had 3 things, one of them being pen and paper, then there would be a lot of weird paintings probably. Probably. Because I'm not that creative, especially when it comes to drawing. So it would get weird. It would get weird. Okay, wait, what do I have to do? Ava 2, I've done Ava 2. I'm just gonna go to the Stranded Sailor now. I usually would go to Flooded Fortress towards the door, but I didn't, so I'll just try to take the fastest way. Fastest way to the end. No one ever says I'll take a boat. You'd get lost at sea. Yeah. Yeah. I mean technically if you consider like a huge boat to be one thing, then that would be the right answer, I guess. Yeah. But you'd have to know how to navigate around open waters. I would be completely lost if I had a boat and water. There's no way I would ever find civilization. Like, none at all. I cannot read the stars. I could somehow read the sun, somewhat. I mean, I know it rises in the east and sets in the west, but that's about it. How would you carry your boat? I would tug it. Ha. Get it? I would tug the boat. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just assume that the boat is just placed on the edge of the island by some huge being. Some powerful being that set those rules for you, and it's just there. Where would you moor it? Most deserted islands are inaccessible. I would find a stick and I would stick it into the sand. I'd build like a sand castle around it so it's protected. And then I'd tie it. I'd tie the boat to the stick with a string that I conveniently found on the island. Yeah, that's how I would do it. And then I would just, I don't know, climb up the hills or the cliffs. Definitely I'd do that. Or maybe the boat is big enough so I can just jump. I could just jump to the top of the cliff and the other way around. What's the reason for this exile? Zombie apocalypse. That could be a good reason, yeah. Yeah, true. That might be a reason. Although, I guess, yeah, okay, that's true. Maybe I should have elaborated on the question a little bit more. Because the reason for the exile, I guess, changes the answers considerably. Because if there's a zombie apocalypse going on, I'm never taking books or a pen and paper. Well, maybe books, depending on the books, right? If they're like survival books, they could be useful. But pen and paper, I wouldn't take with me if there was a zombie apocalypse, because I feel like there's more important things to take with you. I'm not sure what. Some kind of weapon that you can practice with, maybe? Or something? A boat is still useful for fishing, though. So is fishing gear. That's both of those are very true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, again, I can only speak from my perspective. If I had a boat plus fishing gear, I would still starve. I have no idea how to fish, and I'm not sure if I have the guts to really gut a fish. I'm not sure. I guess maybe if it comes down to it, yeah, I guess I could gut a fish. Or any other animal, but I really don't know. I don't know. I've never done it before. I don't have a lot of intention to do so. But yeah, if you are a fisherman, then fishing is a good idea. Ah. Yikes. Oh, see these guys? They can already tank 4 hits. This is not good. Oh right, I am provided with food. Oh, see, what would I be doing without Goliath? I'm just abandoning my own question. Oh, how horrible. or my own question scenario rules. Uh-oh. Look, Archer Man, stop this. Your TV show is not that good. I don't know. I've never really watched Archer, to be fair. But I don't like the goriness of it. I feel like it's quite the gory show. No? Maybe that's just my childfulness talking out of me. My sensibility towards violence. I could never, like, talking of goriness, I always there's a few South Park episodes that are a bit gory, and I was always very scarred by that. Like, whenever I watched very gory episodes of any show, I always felt very uncomfortable with that. Fishing gear, yeah, very much easier than a boat. Okay, let's set some very strict details on the question. Okay, let's say you are on an abandoned island by yourself during a zombie apocalypse. There's no Airbnb on this deserted island. But let's say yeah, I guess shelter is a good one. Let's say there's trees and stuff on that island, so you could, I guess, kind of build it yourself, maybe. So yeah, zombie apocalypse, desert island, alone, 1 year, food and water is provided. And I guess let's just say basic shelter is also provided, so you won't freeze to death. Hold on, Wemel, I'll read it. I'll read it in just a sec. I missed it, to be honest. I'm very sorry. But yeah, that's the rules. I guess the zombie apocalypse changes stuff. Wemel probably still wants to take Ekipa with him, just because who doesn't want ice cream during a zombie apocalypse? That's just, you still gotta have nice things, right? You still need to have that. Alright, let me just... I don't want to lose your message, man. Let me read the feet story. By the way, I have flat feet, and yesterday I went to the doctor and I have... Oh, man. Ooh, I'm so sorry about that. Operation because of your flat feet. Oh, I hope it doesn't come to that, man. I really do. I really do hope it doesn't come to that. Yeah, that would suck, man. That would really suck. Any operation, any procedure, it's always difficult if you gotta have something like that. My dad also has something with his feet right now, like a bone. I'm not sure what you call it in English. I guess maybe bone infection, maybe. I guess it's something different. Bone inflammation would be the exact translation. And now they gotta like amputate a part of his foot, which is not very nice. But I guess it could be worse because he's already sitting in a wheelchair. He's paralyzed from the waist down, so I guess he doesn't technically need his feet anyways. And he's not terribly sad about it, but obviously, I mean, any operation is always a huge burden on the mind and the body. Yeah, screws in the feet. Screws anywhere in the human body is just it's just a big no from me, man. If you can avoid it, if there's any way, like, ugh. Yeah, I don't like that. That doesn't sound nice. Okay. I'm doing such little damage, man. This is so... Oi! This is so unfamiliar, man. I'm not used to this little damage. If there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm not doing anything. I'm killing myself. No! No, don't do that, man. There's always a chance, right? I know a lot of people would probably off themselves because it's nicer than being eaten by a zombie. So I can relate to that in some way. Should I? I guess if I returned to title screen, that's faster than walking. But yeah, I can kind of relate to it, but I wouldn't have the guts to do it, man. I couldn't off myself. That's just one of those things, man. I wouldn't have the balls to do that. Even if I mean, obviously you never know until you're in that situation. But man, I'm not sure how I would do that. That's so far removed from what I'm capable to do, I think. If basic housing is provided, that means electricity is provided, right? Yes. Yeah. Let's just say that. Let's say that they do have electricity there. There's like a huge... let's say it's like a government... It's like a government-funded desert island just for you. You have very basic shelter, very basic electricity. And like everything is pretty basic, but you're not gonna die. Yeah, kind of like a bunker, but above ground. Or let's just say it's a bunker. Okay. Yeah. Let's scrap the desert island. Let's just say you're stuck in a bunker for a year. Like, just you. Let's say you have a bunker in your backyard and it only holds you. And like your family members, they have a separate bunker somewhere around so they don't have to die. But yeah, you're alone in a bunker for a year. At least. For at least a year. So what would you take? It is a small bunker, yeah. It's kind of like if you've ever played Fallout, I guess it might be something like those Kowalski preservation bunkers. Those tubes that just stand around and you can open them up and go inside. Like a telephone booth. But your bunker would be bigger. Okay? You could fit a billiard table in there. Or a pool table, I'm sorry. If you wanted to take that with you, you could take a pool table and just play against yourself, I guess. Not sure why you would want to do that, but I'm not judging. I'm not judging if you do want that. So I guess saying, I would take a bunch of books with me, I guess that's kind of cheating, right? Because that's more than 3 things. So I would stick to my big influential book pick. I'm not sure what book I would choose, to be honest. It would have to be a really, really big one. Like thousands of pages. Maybe there's some kind of compilation book of influential books of history or something. That could be interesting. I would be interested in that. Maybe something like that, like 10,000 pages. Which I guess isn't that much if you have a year to read it and nothing else to do. But, you know, something like that. So I would take a massive book. My next intention or my next thought was some kind of musical instrument. But I'm not sure. I mean, I guess you could learn a lot by just playing, but I'm not sure how much you could learn. I feel like I wouldn't be able to learn as much as I think if it was just me. Like I didn't have I didn't have any other resources. I just have a guitar, for example. How good could I get by just playing without any other input? That would be interesting to know. Okay, this was Ava 3, got damaged. Okay, great. Les Miserables would be a good choice. Really? I've heard that name before, but I don't know anything about the book. What is it about? How long is it? Or how thick is it? How many pages are we talking about here? If this bunker is made of metal, I'm bringing electrician's tools so I can rig the outside to shock anything that touches it. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay, good. Very good suggestion. I like that. I could also bring that, but it would literally be of no use to me because I'm not a craftsman. I'm very much not. I mean, anytime I have to assemble anything or build anything or, you know, something in that direction, it's I get so frustrated because it never works out. Recently I built my sister's wardrobe and it's all kinds of wobbly and all over the place, pretty much. Okay, now I'm kind of regretting not opening that shortcut, but I guess it's kind of the same length. It's one of the longest books. Ooh. Okay. Nice. I would have to check out what kind of a book it is, because I really enjoy non-fiction books that have kind of something to do with, like, I don't know, lifestyle or productivity or something in that direction. I really enjoy those. I'm not a big fiction reader. Although I am reading Naruto right now, the Naruto manga, and I'm enjoying that one. But other than that, I'm not that huge on fiction books yet. That could change in the future as my library chain grows. But yeah, right now, not a lot of fiction. I have a good spin on this question. Have any of you seen Loki? I haven't yet. I have not. I'm still stuck in the countless Marvel movies that exist within the MCU. Like, I'm trying to watch all of them in a chronological order. So I'm kind of still stuck on, like, I recently watched Doctor Strange for the first time. That was interesting. So kind of that part of the timeline I'm in. I'm not sure how well known the timeline is of Marvel movies. I wouldn't be able to pinpoint any of the actions to a specific time period within the movies. But yes, I am watching them chronologically, and I love it. It's very interesting. Groundhog Day, I haven't watched that either. A Goliath, same. Man, I feel like Groundhog Day is something that a lot of people have watched, right? Like, that sounds like a prominent movie. I've heard that name a few times in my life. Just never watched it. But I mean, you could, well, there's a lot of movies that this applies to for me. You're trapped for a year's worth of time in a place where time repeats itself. You wake up every morning for 365 days and it's the same day. Oh, right. That's okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's kind of depressing though. That's very... like, that has to be super frustrating after 5 times already. I mean, I guess, well, no, not really. You could say that that's basically reality for many, many people working a 9-to-5 job, right? So I guess maybe it's not that crazy or that unusual. But yeah, I guess it would be especially nerve-wracking if you don't know how long it's gonna last. Like, if you know it's gonna be a year, then alright. Like, you could power through a year, I guess. But if you had no idea how long it was, that'd be way more nerve-wracking. Also, that'd be kind of... Oh. Lord of the Rings. Well, that's kind of... I've heard that name before. Not sure if I should watch it, though. Maybe I should just take the entire Lord of the Ring collection. I'm sure there's some kind of DVD box that has the entire lore of Lord of the Rings in it, which could include the books as well. Like, if I had the books and the Lord of the Rings movies and like The Hobbit and whatever else is part of that universe. Ooh, that also includes the Middle-earth games, right? So let's say there's a huge box of Middle-earth content. Like, it includes the games, the books, the movies. That'd be a good thing to take for total isolation. Because that's a lot of content. Why wouldn't Bounty Watch? I'm gonna watch it someday. I promise. If I ever reach 50 followers, I'll watch it. Nah, I'm kidding. I will watch it someday, but I'm not sure when. I don't know. It's right up, like, at the top of my movie watch list. It says Lord of the Rings. But I'm not... Yeah. It all